But first, I spoke with Enza Higgins-Dyer from Love's Arm.
Let's start by talking about it. So we've talked to, you all over the years about the mission of Love's Arm, what it is that you all are do and the work that you all do here in the community. But let's refresh people's memory about your mission and how you're working when it comes to sex trafficking and to help victims get back on their feet and regain their lives.
Absolutely. Well, Love's Arm Outreach is one of the oldest organizations that helps women survivors of sex trafficking, prostitution, and addiction in the Chattanooga area. And we have 6 programs that are designed to help women recover, regain themselves, and to thrive in our community. We like to say in our community of grace.
And that's so important when you start talking about that, because one of the things I've heard over the years and talk about a community of grace is meeting these women where they are. You go out where, you find them. Is it in the bar? Is it in strip clubs? Is it out on the street where you are finding these women and reaching out to them and saying, we are here to meet you where you are to help you?
All of the above. We actually go out 5 times a month to the actual streets and motels in Chattanooga. We visit the Bikini Bar in Chattanooga, which is also known as a strip club. So we have great relationships, believe it or not, there, and also women come to us. They get online or they hear about us, and we have a way for them to contact us directly. So we meet them where they are and as they are, show them love, provide support and advocacy as much as we can.
And that's so important, like you were talking about going out to these different facilities that, whether it's a known strip club or facility. And a lot of times you all are receiving not just you all reaching out to these women, but these women reaching out to you all saying, you know what, I need help. I
Yes.
want help. And,
Mhm.
and saying, okay, and you all are there to receive that call and to help them.
Yes, we are. And what we do is the first thing we provide is just love, acceptance, someone to hear and listen. And then we look into what needs they may have. We don't like to think of ourselves as rescuing anybody. They rescue themselves and invite us to walk beside them. And we offer resources, all sorts of things. From we recently were very blessed to be joined by Cempa Community Health, and they actually go out with us when we do our street visits with a mobile medical unit. So women who last year this time may have been being ill or dying on the streets because of simple illnesses can now get assessment and treatment right there on the spot. We're so blessed to be able to do that. And we also have a long term recovery home, 18 to 24 months, in a confidential location in Chattanooga. And there we can provide holistic, cost free living that gives women a peaceful atmosphere and a time to work on themselves.
And that's so important. A few things that you just said there to just piggyback right off of. You were talking about a lot of these women, it's mental, it's emotional, it's physical health. All of these areas, have to be rebuilt. And that's one of the things too when you start talking about Stempa is out there partnering with you all because it's like the
Yes.
health issues that they are facing as well. And then when you start talking about, the recovery home, 18 to 24 months,
Yes.
it takes time, like you said, and these women need a stable, and that's I think the point of what I've heard over the years, the stability that you all are trying to provide them so that they can get back on their feet.
Yes, absolutely. And what you said was also important. It's such a partnership. There are so many organizations that have come together to help battle what we call as a disease in Chattanooga. Chattanooga is said to be the #2 hub of sex trafficking in the Southeast. And so I've been so pleased, so encouraged to see so many organizations come out so that we're linking arms. There are other organizations that we work with, Willow Bend Farms, uh, Her Song, just several other organizations that are doing very similar work. We also partner with the Family Justice Center and others. It's a never-ending cycle, and it's a problem that we have to join together.
That is so important when you start talking about that and all the partnerships and collaboration, because we found over the years, I think so many organizations do, have found out that there's power in numbers, and you can get so much more done when we are working together to help these women and to help those in our community. But I think a lot of people probably did not realize, and their ears are going up when you said Chattanooga is ranked second in the Southeast when it comes to sex trafficking. What do you attribute that to?
Well, there's been a lot of studies, a lot of research. One has to do with the fact that this is kind of the hub for trucking, the trucking industry. And we find that there is sort of a hot spot where we have trucking centers and motels where there's a lot of mobility, a lot of travel. And so that's why we believe that Chattanooga has that dubious ranking. So it's a difficult problem, a tough problem, but again, the community has risen to address it.
And you all are having an event coming up
Yeah.
to raise money so that you all can continue your mission and continue the work. Tell me a little bit about that.
We are so excited about this. This is our annual fundraiser. It's called Jazz and BBQ, and it's a lot of fun. It's a very casual environment where there will be good music. We're going to have the Prakash Wright Quartet with four of Chattanooga's finest jazz musicians present. Delicious barbecue from Rib and Loin. They've partnered with us. And an evening where we'll hear from some survivors. We're also going to hear from our founder, Mimi Nickel. This is a special night for her. Mimi started Love's Arm nearly 20 years ago, and she will be retiring soon.